Welcome to the Tony Gaskin Show, best-selling author, celebrity life coach, and international speaker. The purpose of this show is to bring you motivation, inspiration, and education in the areas of life, love, and business. Thank you for joining me. Now let's get started. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Talks with Tony. Got another question in, and it says, okay, I've been dating my boyfriend since October. We met around June, and in October last year, we started dating. So there's this girl he knew since 2016, but he said they just say hi and all that. He never told me about this girl, and he's the type that is not comfortable with social media. So he showed me a picture of him that the girl posted on her page, and I was curious because she posted 2 of his pics. And when I asked, he was like, she's a model, his group mate, and she takes pictures. Knowing my boyfriend, he would have complained about her posting it because he's not really into social media. Even when I post, he's not so comfortable. So I was curious, and that night I took his phone, and his conversation with this girl was something else. I think they were dating already or about to start something. In fact, what I saw was people who had affection for each other. Just last year, October, right after we started dating, by November last year till January this year, they were really talking just before I found out about them. She visited him. They made snap videos and all that on his bed. I was broken. I felt betrayed. Why didn't he ever mention this girl? Anyway, I confronted him about it the next day. He said they are friends and she's unstable. He has known her since. He liked her, but they don't have anything together. That if he really wanted her, he wouldn't be with me. And she even knows about me already. Okay, so I was like, tell her to delete the pictures from her page. I don't want it there. Then my boyfriend started telling me it's just a picture and there's nothing there. We didn't talk for days because of this issue. I mean, I was trying to forgive him, but I wanted the picture down. I felt cheated on and disrespected. Eventually, the pictures were off her page, and then after a few days, she would post it again. I told him again, and he would tell me that I'm allowing a picture to disturb our relationship. That's why I'm letting it get to me. That the girl knows, and that's why she's still posting it again. She even called me and told me she has nothing with my boyfriend when I found out everything. He was scared and gave her my number. My problem is, why does she keep posting it and my boyfriend does nothing about it? It's annoying to me and disrespectful after everything I saw between them. He's really been rude each time I ask him if she's taking it off her page. I mean, 2 pictures, not even 1. He was telling me he doesn't want to talk about it and that he's not in the mood. Is it just me or is this a normal thing? He said I called him weak, so he won't do anything, and he said that the best thing to do is ignore the lady. I really don't like this. I feel like he likes her so much and doesn't want her to be upset he's complaining. But she even blocked him and also blocked me from her IG, though. What should I do? Long question. And I might be the wrong person to ask this because I really don't, play any games like that, in the sense of if I feel slighted, if I feel cheated, and it's not rectified immediately, it's a wrap. It is a wrap for me. I remember my wife had a male friend when we started dating and we got serious. And I wasn't all the way right then. I still was, somewhat of a grown boy. And the guy texted her. And she had his name in the phone. Now, of course, she 20 years old. She in school. He texted her and it said B. And I'm like, why is it B? Like, man ain't got no name. But maybe that's what he was going by. And he said, hey, do we got homework in class? And I looked at the conversation and it looked innocent. It looked innocent. But she hadn't told me about the male friend. So if somebody is going to be texting you of the opposite sex and you're in a relationship, your partner needs to know about that. Just so nothing can be read into about it. It need to know when you're talking. So do you talk to any other guys? Do you talk to any other girls? In that should come up. Well, I have guy friends. Well, how many guy friends do you have? About 3. Like, has there ever been any history with y'all? Like, have they ever come on to you, told you that you're gorgeous, tried to date you? Well, one of them did. Oh, okay. All right. He got to get let go. The other, oh no, oh no, absolutely not. Never. They're like my brothers. Okay. All right. That's cool. Well, I'll monitor those conversations. I'll see for myself if I feel like this is a brother. And the same thing as a woman. This is the approach you got to take, because when you get into a relationship, you got to be very careful about, being in a heterosexual relationship and having friends of the opposite sex, because we are just, by nature, we're sexual creatures. So you got to be very careful. And with what he has going on, this is what he's doing. And this is what many men do when they're dating. Many men will have 2 to 3 women at the same time. And you didn't say if y'all live together, so I couldn't tell if y'all live together. But if y'all don't live together, hopefully, you're listening to this. If y'all don't live together, then you're definitely one of a few. If y'all live together, then you are his main. You're his main, but he has backups who are working for your starting position. So you are the starter. She is the bench rider. If she performs well in his practices, she will become the starter. You will become the bench rider. He will tell her, because of her hard work, dedication, faithfulness, she's the starter. He will tell you, because of your nagging and complaining and insecurity, you're the bench rider. Now, what I mean by that, he won't actually tell y'all that, which I got to be very clear with folks, because, y'all take stuff real literal. What I mean by that, you keep nagging and complaining about the pictures. He's not doing anything about the pictures. He's going to do the Jedi mind trick, flip it, put it on you, tell you that you're insecure, you're jealous, and now he's going to say, you know what, we need a break. He's going to take a break from you because you're too smart. You're too smart, you're too strong, and you stand on his case about it. That's not what he wants. He's a grown boy. He wants a grown girl. He wants somebody who's going to be ignorant, going to be gullible, going to be naive, and going to fall for his games. If you're too hip to the game, if you're too wise, he's going to leave you. He's going to create some distance. Unless he wants to become a grown man. If there's a grown man inside of him, he'll man up. If there's not, he's going to step out of your life. And then he's going to go back to her because she's more on his level, because she's petty. He's petty. She's petty. She's immature. He's immature. He's a grown boy. She's a grown girl. She supposedly knows he has a girlfriend. She called you, told you it's nothing between them. She really wants him, though. So she's working for him. And she's trying to be a thorn in your side, because if she makes it appear that she has something with him, she's hoping that you're going to get upset and you're going to leave. See, you have more standards than she has. So if she can run you off, that's what she wants to do. And she knows he's still dealing with her. So because he's still dealing with her, that's why she's still kind of playing this game and posting his pictures. And she also could be using him because a lot of women just have insecurity and want to look like they have somebody. So he is her somebody to post to make the other girls think she has a man. And he is who she wants. Because if he wasn't who she wants, she wouldn't be posting him, because when she posts him, that makes all the other suitors in her DM fall back. So she's actually hurting herself by posting a man who is in a situationship with another woman, because now the good men, the men who could take her serious and treat her right, they fall back because they say, oh, she's posting MCMs. You know, the Man Crush Mondays, for those of you who don't use Instagram. I barely know what it means. And so in this love triangle, you got your grown boy who's at the center. You got to sit down, no yelling, no cursing, no standing up, no name calling, no demeaning, no belittling. And you have to say to him, listen to me, I don't have the time to play these type of games. So you have another woman who you know, who you talk to, who has my phone number that you gave her. She has called me, vouching for you, telling me that there's nothing between y'all, but yet she's still posting you, and you don't have the influence or power in her life to tell her to remove the pictures. And you don't want her to remove the pictures because it strokes your ego. And that's not a game I'm willing to play. I'm not willing to be with a man who's going to be entertaining other women and allowing those women to be disrespectful to me. Because as a man, I feel like it is a man's place to protect his woman. And if you will allow me to be mocked and made a fool of by another woman, and you're not a celebrity, that she would be posting you as a hope or a dream or a celebrity crush, but you actually know this woman, that's complete and utter disrespect. And if the shoe was on the other foot and I was on text with another man and he posts 2 pictures of me, how would you feel? Now, when you have that conversation with him, if he does not have a come to Jesus meeting, and if that doesn't illuminate the issue in his mind, then he deserves to be left. He deserves to be left alone. And if you stay without getting a resolution to this issue, these same type of issues will continue to arise, and eventually you'll really be heartbroken. And as I said that, and I painted this picture what it sounded like to me, and I see this a lot. Okay, she's a model. You have good models who really model, and then you have the other models who they just have a nice body or something like that going for themselves. So somebody convinced them to start taking pictures, and they take pictures. But a lot of them, some of them are kind of broken, kind of lost, kind of confused. And that's what allows them to be in a position to, be like in a thong online, is because they're convinced to show their body. And so they start using their body to earn money, to get notoriety. And in that, some of them lose themselves. Some of them do it with decency and class, if that can be done. So some of them do it and they're not sleeping around. They're not, out there. But then a lot of them lose themselves. And so in this, what it sounds like she's one of those other models who she models and she uses her body, and she takes these pictures and she posts other pictures of people she thinks is hot and sexy. He obviously is one of them because she's giving him space on her page, and she could be loose. He could be sleeping with her or able to sleep with her, but she knows he has a girlfriend, and because she just likes the little, him being a Splackavelli, and she has hopes that one day he will be hers, but she doesn't want to look thirsty and she doesn't want to force it. So she's playing mind games by posting him, knowing it's going to mess you up, but then she's also down enough to call you and tell you that there's nothing because she's playing the fool for him. So she's trying to keep him out of trouble and keep him stress-free with his girlfriend that he's getting ready to leave. So she is aiding and abetting him as he's getting ready to leave you because that's what he has told her. But he said, just tell her that there's nothing between us, because truthfully, he could either be sleeping with her because he's paying her, or he could be sleeping with her just because she's lost, confused, and has given her body away, in her industry and in her heart. And so she doesn't have any class or self-respect. Because if you know women with class and self-respect, no woman with class and self-respect would be posting pictures of a man on their page, especially if she knows that man if she knows that man personally, and she knows that he has a girlfriend, and she knows that the situation is serious. No woman with class and respect for herself would even post that. So that tells you what type of woman she is. So for one, you're giving her too much energy, and for two, you're giving him too much leeway and letting him kind of play you too much. So you got to draw the line in the sand and say, look, buddy, you over there or you over here? Make your choice today, because I need to make my choice today. I'm not getting any younger. I don't have time to play. Let's get this situation together, or I'm about to get gone. So you let me know what it's going to be. Now put that in your words. Me personally, that's how I talk. And, and I am at fault of being too blunt at times when I'm dealing with people, when I get serious. And so put it in your words, put a little sauce on it, a little ice cream on it, and, smooth, no yelling, no cursing, don't even stand up with it, no name calling, no demeaning, but just express your heart. Put the ball in his court and see what he does with it. And if he takes you for granted, then get to stepping. Step out of his life and let him go and play with, his woman who is on his level. Thank you so much for sending in your question. If you want to go deeper in love, make sure you go to www.TonyGaskinsAcademy.com. Get the Real Love University. It's just a few dollars. Grab that, watch that, get that in your spirit. That's really what you need. www.TonyGaskinsAcademy.com. If you have a question for me, let's say you already have the course, you've read the books, you went on Amazon and typed my name in and you got all the books, but you still dealing with something, send your question to inbox@TonyGaskins.com. Inbox@TonyGaskins.com. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.